What's up, everybody? This is Precisely Podcast, and you are listening to a happy hour episode, and we are talking about Animal Crossing, and we are talking about the brand new game, New Horizons. I'm Kelly, and with me is Beau.
Hello, hello.
And also with us today, we have a super special guest, virtually connecting with us all the way down south in Florida. We got Matt.
What up, from the goddamn Gatorland?
Yeah. He's got an alligator holding his microphone right now as we speak.
He is. I swear. I'm petting him right now. He loves me.
So how we all doing tonight?
Doing good. Excited to do another happy hour podcast. I just did one recently with Chad and my wife Kayla, and that turned out pretty cool.
Yeah,
it
so
was good.
If you guys are just checking in for the first time or, a loyal listener, we've started this now. It's called Happy Hours, about an hour-long podcast about a specific subject. Like I said, today we're talking about the new Animal Crossing game. So let's dive into it, fellas, since I know I've been playing a shit ton. Matt, I know you've been playing a shit ton.
No, I haven't really been playing that much, I don't think.
All right. Well,
not that much.
I know I've been playing a lot.
It seems like you guys have been on it pretty much 24/7, whereas I've been trying to get on like 1 hour every night.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you're still working, man.
Yeah. That's the
Absolutely.
other thing is you've got stuff going on. And also, I know he and I got this day one and you did not, so you're a couple days behind us.
I got it the day before it came out.
Right, that's right. You texted me or you messaged me that you had it before and I was super jealous.
Dude, there were people driving from Miami to Orlando to get it the day before. I'm like, y'all are wild.
That's
weird.
A little much. I don't think I'd do that.
Oh, the people that did that were all in line talking to themselves, and if you tried to talk to them, all they were doing was just shaking in fucking joy.
Oh.
All
right.
It was a good vibe.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, a little weird, but I was like, whatever, I'll take it over the, midnight release of Red Dead Redemption where there were like fights breaking out and people were beating the shit out of each other and all that good stuff.
Yeah, and Breath of the Wild, when the Switch came out, that was my day one release or the night before release, and everyone was quiet and silent, and it was midnight, and I'm like drunk in line being like, Zelda. And everyone's just like, why? I'm like, aren't you guys excited for this? No, I mean, Animal Crossing is a beautiful game, and, what was the last one? New Leaf for 3DS? Yes. When did that come out?
2000, I want to say 2013.
Oh, okay, yeah.
2013.
Okay. Somewhere around
So I got
years.
that. Yeah, I've got that when it was. Yeah, I think it was 2013 because I got that when it came out, pretty close to my 3DS when I got that. So yeah, I'm gonna say
it's been a while,
somewhere around there. Yeah, it has been a minute, and this is a series that goes back onto the GameCube. You had that release, then you had a DS release with Wild World, and then New Leaf, like we're talking about, and now we've got this. And
wait, don't forget about the Abomination.
Yeah, I was going to say you can throw in Pocket Camp, but I don't really. And Amiibo Festival, and I don't know.
Those aren't games.
No, those aren't real Animal Crossing games to me.
No.
Pocket Camp held my attention for like a hot second, and then I don't do mobile games well, so that didn't fly for me.
No. But New Leaf was really, 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 really good.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, yeah.
I know I've talked about like how that game got me through life, essentially. When it felt like when I woke up and went to work and then came home and, went to sleep kind of thing, it was like, well, what else is there? And then I found New Leaf and it kind of opened up this whole world. Like, I could create to be exciting and keep me going every day. So that's kind of how I feel about this one right now because shit, the whole world has nothing to do right now. So let's lose ourselves in a world that we can create and have fun in.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
just date this podcast in the sense we're all going through a worldwide quarantine, and Animal Crossing just came out at the right time, literally probably the last day that most stores were open, if not even open to the public. but you could still go and pick up your copy of Animal Crossing. And really, I think it's helping out a lot of society right now to stay sane and do chores and do things in this virtual world.
Hell yeah. I
It's
agree.
helping me.
Yeah, for sure. I've even had a friend contact me who does not play video games in any sense of the word. She was like, what is this Animal Crossing game? And would I like it? And I was like, actually, you would. Like, I really think you would. And so she's buying a Switch and she's getting Animal Crossing. Same, my sister contacted me. Should I get Animal Crossing? I got nothing to do for a month, like at least So people who aren't even into video games or have never played an Animal Crossing game before are grabbing this game because they have nothing else to do. And they're hearing all these wonderful things about how you can do whatever you want.
I've never seen
cool.
so many of my friends on the Nintendo Switch on at the same time playing the same game.
Me neither. Same.
Yeah.
I was going to make that comment that
it's
I
really
would
weird.
look up there and be like, holy crap, there's like 17 or 18 or 20 people and they're all playing Animal Crossing.
At any given time of the day, honestly.
Yeah, 24/7.
Yeah, it's crazy. So let's get started into talking about the game itself. So I want to hear you guys what you've named your island or what you're calling yourself if your name is different than your own name, and like why.
All right, let me start this one off first because
go for
it took me probably an hour to just think of my name. To think of my island took another like half an hour, but then like my name and like, can I change my eyes and my hairstyle? Like I had to text Matt and I'm like, yo, will I be able to change my eyes? Because I'm not sure if I like these eyes, but I like them for right now. And he's like, oh yeah, you can change that. I'm like, what's your name? And he's like, oh, just Mattitude. Sorry to spoil your name, Matt, but
I don't care.
I was like, I don't want to just name myself Beau, because like at first I did, and then the prompt came up and it was like, this is what everyone's going to know you as. Like, also don't share anything personal about yourself. I'm like, well, Beau is pretty personal when it comes to me. So let me think. And, Animal Crossing has always just been a cute, fun, joyous game to me. So I'm like, what is something that I like, that might be like sort of Animal Crossing related? I was like, I'm going to name myself Mango Jam.
I love it.
So,
love it.
Yeah.
It's a jam.
And one thing that's not, I don't think that's ever been in Animal Crossing is mangoes, which is unfortunate because I love mangoes as a fruit.
What the hell?
It's good fruit.
So
Those
it's a
are
cute,
mangoes.
it's a cute name. And then my island took probably just the same amount of time as my name on naming it. And I was like, what's like a cute like sound, or sounds? And I was like, plee, plee, plow. So it's all one word, and it's PLIPLIPLOW. So yeah, like I just sort of, I don't know, thought of, just like cuteness, I guess. And I think I achieved it.
It's a good, it's a good island vibe. Mango Jam is like super islandy.
Yeah.
Dig it.
I'm down with it.
I'm jamming.
How about you, Matt?
Oh, God. Okay, so I am horrible with this. I'm horrible with setting up like new systems, games, name tags, all of that, because I get so excited that I don't give a shit. So, yeah, I ignored everything that it said, and I'm like, fuck this. If I make my name Mattitude, that's what my handle is on the Switch anyway, so people won't get confused. You know what I mean? If I'm popping in and out, they'll know it's me at least. And then I named it Warren Island, so fucking my friends would know. Whatever.
That's your last name.
Yeah, it's whatever. But I probably should have put more thought into it, but honestly, man, I was so stoked to play it that I didn't even give a shit. I was like, whatever, Warren Island it is. Woo!
Yeah, right.
Let's get it. You know what I mean? Fuck it. Let's play the game.
Right?
Yeah, just jump right in. Yeah, that's the hardest part with starting a game for me is that initial character customization. It's like, this is your defining moment in this game you have to do. And it's like, oh, shit. I just want to play the game.
Like to do it later.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you can skip
change
all
it.
this bullshit and then do it later, and then let's jump into the game.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree. It took me a while. Like, I was honestly thinking about my island name, the week of like when it came out, like that Monday, I started thinking out like what was I going to name my island, because in my New Leaf town I had named it Hyrule, and I was like, okay, like that's a cool name, I like it, Zelda, whatever. But I was like, I kind of want to switch it up for this one, but I didn't know, and I was like, that'll be my backup plan kind of thing. But I always leave my name as my name, Kelly. So I was just like trying to think about it, and I kind of wanted to like plan it so it would kind of have a theme. Like with my Hyrule, I made like, I think it was like Song of Storms or something as my like town theme or song or whatever, you know, like that kind of stuff. So I was like trying to think about that, and I was thinking about some of my favorite games, and I thought about Katamari. And Katamari means like a clump in Japanese, and an island is a clump of land in the ocean. So I thought, what better name than Katamari? So that's where I came up with mine.
I like
Clever
it.
and cool.
It took me a minute, but I got there.
I dig it.
And you actually made a really cool flag with the King of the Cosmos as the flag, right?
Yeah.
Or is it the Prince?
The Prince, yeah. And then I was showing Matt earlier today, I made a Katamari ball as well. I was thinking about switching out for that. So I have a
it
ball,
looked really good, too.
And
like, really good. I was like, damn.
Yeah, so that I kind of do, and my theme song right now is it's as close as I could get to "Lonely Rolling Star."
Oh, cool!
From the game. So that's like I think about planning this island more probably than a lot of people. Like when they play their games, they just kind of play. But this game, I've been like thinking about planning a lot. So. Let's talk about that for a second. Like when you guys play this game, I know a lot of people just like, fuck it, I'm catching bugs and fish. I'm going to put my shit wherever I want. Do you guys kind of play that way, or are you planning on playing that way? Or do you have like an idea? Like, do you have an idea for your island? Are you thinking about the future? Like, where do you want buildings and people to go, and where do you want roads to be and things like that?
I thought more so about placement of the houses and the buildings and structures. Like I wanted to keep my house and like the museum and the store and Tom Nook's place like all very close to me, you know, to my center house, in case I have to backtrack and be like, oh, well, you know, I'm trying to empty my pockets, but I'm not trying to sell that to the Nook cranny. But I want to go back to my house to throw in all this material into storage for later. But then I'm going to travel to another island, you know, to gather a bunch of material that I don't have right now. So I just sort of have everything centered around my house right now. And then I'm keeping all my neighbors pretty far away from me.
Yeah, that's fair. Matt, how about you?
All right, so under normal circumstances, I would do what you're doing, Kelly. I would have it all mapped out and planned out, and you know what I mean? I would have everything figured out how I'm going to do it this time around, because of the fact I have I'm on lockdown right now. I can't leave my house by law. So I've just been getting as much shit as I can, throwing it everywhere, going completely crazy, and just knowing that I've got 2 more weeks to then put everything together once I have it, if that makes any sense.
No, I got you. That's I get that. I guess that's some of the way that I'm doing it. I know when I got my island layout options and I picked the one that I picked, I thought, okay, this is, you know, looking at the maps, like where do I want my plaza to be? Like where do I want the core of my town to be? And like I was thinking about separating my neighbors, putting them in a different spot, and then leaving space for growing like plants and trees. Like right today I was telling you guys I was working on an orchard. I was organizing my fruit trees so I would keep them all in one spot kind of thing.
Yeah, we visited your island today for the first time, at least for me, and you have a plantation going on, and you have your rows of trees literally labeled, which I don't know how you did that, but it's like, oh, this is a peach row, this is a cherry row, you know, apple row.
Right.
Like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah, and I'm kind of going to do the same thing. I have a separate plot of land on the other side of my island that I'm going to be putting my flowers all together because I'm going to do the hybrid flowers. So if you don't know, if you put certain flowers next to each other in water, you have the chance to make a hybrid plant that can attract rare bugs.
Oh,
and you
Yeah,
can
I've been
catch
doing
them.
that, a lot of that, actually.
Right.
And
So
that's how you
that's
can make a lot of money really easily.
also true. So that's the one thing that I'm going to be doing after, like probably this week after my trees are all together, is working on my garden. So that's another thing, like, planning out where that stuff is going to go because, like you said, Matt, that's a huge source of income if you do it right.
Yeah, I sent you, what was it, 20K, Bo, and you said too much. I'm laughing in my head because when I did what we just talked about with the flowers, and the emperor butterflies are 4,000 a piece.
Oh,
So
are
that's
they?
5 butterflies that I gave you.
Yeah, so if you see those blue butterflies
Yeah.
flying around, snatch them up. Also, they are
Tarantulas are 8,000.
Yeah.
8,000, yep.
the emperor butterflies are disappearing at the end of March. So make sure you have one and donate it before they go away if you're into that.
Yeah, that's something that I didn't know about until this morning because I was trying to go spoiler free, and then I made the mistake, but not really mistake, of going on IGN for the first time in like a month, and I saw all the stuff that was timed, and I'm like, oh shit, I got to catch all these things before this time, or I got to wait until Christmas. Hell no.
Right. I agree. I don't like to play with like a guide or anything for this, but at the same time, I kind of like having to know like the timed, like what I'm working for.
No, now that I saw the guide, I'm like, I'm using it.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. I like that a lot. It's super helpful in that. Like I only have like a fish or two left to catch before they all disappear at the end of the month. So that's kind of like another thing that can help me shift my focus. Instead of just like broadly fishing, I can go to that one space, and I'll probably catch a shit ton of sea bass, but then I'll also catch, the possibility of catching that one fish that I need to donate.
So what happens after a year then? Like once you have everything, once your museum potentially is completely full, what's there to do?
I'm going to say they're going to add more.
I don't think so.
There's always something to do, and that's the point of the game, is that there will never be a point where there's nothing to do, because they're always going to have the calendar changes, so you have a holiday. There's always going to be that holiday coming around.
True that. I forgot about that.
And they have different things that happen on the holidays. You can only get certain things on the holiday or whatever it may be. So it's always going to be something to do, even if you finish your museum or, you upgrade your house to the, biggest plot or whatever. You're still going to have a bunch of stuff you can do. And it's just like a constant betterment, essentially. It's kind of like The Sims.
Yeah, I mean, to me, this game doesn't really have an end, but I feel like for me personally, once I would get the whole museum filled up with everything, that would be the end for me. I'd be like, all right, cool. I made this town, museum, everything about it, all the residents, like, happy. I'm out. I'm ready to play something else,
I played, I'm going to be honest with you, I played New Leaf until this one came out, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I did.
And, I mean, I'm
not every day. But
I'm approaching this game completely different from you guys, and probably from the mass majority that's playing it right now, because my time is limited, and not to say that other people's time isn't limited right now, but I'm still working and trying to get stuff done around my house. So I am trying to log in every day because it benefits you to log in every day to get certain things done. But I'm not like, oh my gosh, I need to keep fishing. I need to keep hitting these rocks. I need to shake every tree and hit every tree with a stone axe to get all the wood that can possibly be harvested. Like the first day and possibly the second day, I was like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm doing it all, and you're limited on how much you can do because the museum's not open by then. The store's not even open by then. But you can buy certain things, harvest certain things, and do all that. And then by the third day, I freaking forgot about logging in. And I'm like, damn it, I missed out.
Yeah,
and it
every
sucked,
day,
you know?
baby.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, the world's still going on. You know, there's an internal clock in this game. For anyone that doesn't know what this game is, it's pretty much like a real world time simulation in an animal island that you're a part of, that you're in control of, that nobody else is really hunting or searching for stuff for this museum on your island. You're the key master, you know, you're the one that's doing all the grunt work, essentially, and doing all the chores and making sure that the island's picked up. Right?
Yeah.
Did you guys check out the Amiibo support yet?
I
No.
have not yet.
All right, so I have not all of them. I think I'm missing 2, but I got a whole bunch of them for really cheap before this game came out. And there's the Harvey's Island, so you can go there, and I don't completely understand it, but you can scan in certain characters. It'll pop them in. Like, I know Tom Nook was one of them. You can put clothes on them and then take pictures, but I don't understand what the reward for doing it is. It's just weird.
Sounds a little weird, yeah.
When I got to Harv's Island and I went in the place, he's like, "This is where you can take pictures." I'm like, okay.
I was like,
and
bro,
then
this is like this freaking studio from Saw, homie. What's going on here?
then there's the couch over there, and I'm like, why don't you have a seat right over there? Like, is Chris Hansen gonna come through the door?
Hell no, yeah, creepy. So anyways, I looked it up today because I'm like, this is bullshit, because the Amiibo support was huge in the last game. That was how you could get people to come to live in your island and all of that, and it will, I know this is probably a spoiler full podcast, but at some point you will be able to scan in your Amiibos, and you can convince the people by giving them things to move to your town. So if you have, I don't know if it's just Animal Crossing ones, because in New Leaf, like the one, God damn it, the Amiibo that came out with the Twilight Princess remake on the Wii U. You know what
the Wolf Link.
The Wolf Link. So that one, like, he lived on my island, or he lives on my island in New Leaf. So I don't know if it's just gonna be Animal Crossing Amiibos that they're gonna scan in, or they could do what they did last time, where they just let you have somebody, like, you know, maybe Pac-Man will come live on your island. I don't fucking know. But
There might be. I wouldn't be surprised if they threw in some sort of something like that, where you could get a shirt, or, you know, something. If you scan the Amiibo, you can get something out of it.
And I always dig that, because I'm a sucker for those things. I don't know. I probably got 50 or 60 of them. So I love it when they do Amiibo support.
Yeah, I agree. I actually have to set up my shelf for my Amiibos. Get them all out of the box so I can actually use them for this game now.
Right.
I know I went to buy the 2 that I'm missing for this game, and then realized that every store is closed.
Oh, no.
I know.
So we were talking kind of about how you were saying, Beau, how you were checking in, you know, and you were only doing like an hour a day. Do you guys, what is your snapshot of your day then look like? Like, what are tasks that you personally try to get done every single day? Like, do you have some sort of schedule that you try to stick to when playing this?
So mainly for me, it would be go to the Nook Miles computer, right? Is that what it is? The Nook Miles computer.
The Nook stop,
ATM looking.
Yeah, log into that, you know, do that. Harvest some apples maybe. Talk to your neighbors, talk to Nook, see what's going on. Like, essentially for me, something's been opening up new every day. You know, there's 5 fossils that you can find each day.
Mm-hmm.
I've found them on the islands too. If you do the the little excursion.
So yeah, I only traveled to one island so far, but my own island, I've been trying to find all 5 fossils, donate those to the museum, and that's about it. You know, like maybe catch a bug or 2, maybe fish a little bit, hit the rocks, But one thing that I've noticed about hitting the rocks is that they're being destroyed.
Okay.
Does that happen?
Are you eating fruit before hitting the rocks?
No.
Okay.
Why?
Doesn't that make them explode?
Yeah, if you eat fruit before you hit the rocks, it gives you more strength. So you would be able to like pull up a tree or break a rock. So if you eat fruit before it's going to break the rock. If you don't, it's just going to do your like bouncing off and you can get 8 things out.
Oh. So what's the benefit of eating fruit then?
You can pick up a tree and move it.
Right. So right now, like I'm moving all my trees. So I'm eating a fruit and then digging up a tree.
Okay, so that's what it was.
Something off of it, it'll dig it up and you can move it.
Yeah.
So I still had fruit in me from the day before, I think.
Huh.
And that made me powerful.
Yeah, it makes you run faster too.
Yeah, that too. But yeah.
That's crazy.
Cool. Oh yeah, it's this polished, man. I'll give it that. The game is polished and it's beautiful.
Matt, what's your normal day look like in Animal Crossing? What's your daily?
I usually get up. I do pretty much the same routine. Find out what I can do that's new, and I'm like, all right, cool. Then I go around my entire island, pick. I don't know. Some people leave everything up. I pick everything. I find all the fossils, go back, do everything that I can do, and then I start going off and doing the little, going to other people's islands. Doing the, what are they called, excursions or whatever with the Nook miles.
Yeah.
Until the nighttime, and then I'll pop it back on and do the same thing again because it seems like it kind of resets at night and different creatures come out and whatnot.
Right. I think creatures usually turn over around 4 or 5 p.m. I think you start seeing different creatures. Yeah. So I kind of do the same thing. I get up right now. With not really working, I get up in the morning and I have my breakfast and I play Animal Crossing while I eat my breakfast. So I check in, with the resident services building. I check in at the Nook stop machine, which also really reminds me of the Pokemon Center machine. Like every time I log on, I feel like I'm going to go check my Pokemon box.
Right.
Log into Bill's PC.
I didn't put that together. Oh, man.
But so I go on there and I usually get my, daily bonus, see what's on the shop for the day, buy anything. I also do the go around, shake my trees, because you can usually get some bells and I think at least 2 furniture pieces fall out. I think.
Yeah.
Are you shaking every tree then?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything. Usually everything except the fruited ones.
I hit them with the stone hammer and pick up all the wood too. I'm a psychopath.
Yeah, I do that too.
See, that just seems like so much work.
But not when you have absolutely nothing to do and you can't leave your house.
Yeah. So for us right now, yes, it's not. It's
in
perfect.
Normal times, I would definitely not be playing like this. But with what's going on, I mean, I'm trapped here. You know what I mean? Not trapped, but I don't want to go anywhere because, you know what I mean, of what's going on. I'd rather just sit put and play Animal Crossing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I look for my fossils. I check in with all my neighbors. If I have time, I usually send out a mail to a neighbor or multiple neighbors. From the airport, they have a mail stop there. You can send postcards.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
And then I usually check in with the shops around, to see what's for sale there, what's hot at the Nook's Cranny, what they have available as far as walling and floor and all the stuff there. And then also if there's turnips, if I have turnips, what the price is for that, because you want to sell when you get to a higher price point on those. And yeah, after that stuff is done, then I start looking at okay, what is a task that I wanted to get done? Like today, I was I want to start working on my orchard. So I started doing that. And then, then I can go and intermittently go to a Nook Miles ticket or go to a friend's island or, head out and start fishing and catching bugs if I'm looking for something in particular. And So that's pretty much, and like I'll do this for a little bit, and then I'll have my afternoon, late morning, afternoon, evening to do whatever I need to do for the day. And then at the end of my day, I go lay in bed and do it all over again. Like, just finish up my day on it.
Right on.
I feel you.
Yeah. So, when you guys are visiting other people's islands, Beau, you said you really haven't visited too many other people's islands. Or you feel like there is a certain etiquette you're following, or are you just going batshit crazy on other people's islands right now?
When I was at your island earlier today, I got all the fruit that I needed for my own island. And I just figured you have all these trees with fruit on them that it doesn't matter. I was like, I need peaches. Oh, I need apples. And I also need, what's the other one? Oranges. And so I grabbed all those for myself. And I grabbed more than I probably needed.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. When I open up my island, I usually tell people, take what you need kind of thing. I've also set up at the front of my island like a spot that I'm leaving some things that like people can take if they need them. If I have like extras or something looks cool but I don't want it, like I'll leave it up there. And then there's also a spot for people to leave whatever they don't want. Like if you take, if there are cherries sitting there and you take the cherries and you only needed 3 and you took 5, you can put the other 2 back on that spot or whatever. If you have something you think I might like, you can leave it there. So like even if I'm like off doing something else, it's a spot for somebody to leave.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool of you
cool,
to do. Yeah,
that is really cool.
It's like a book exchange area,
right?
A library or something.
Yeah,
I dig it.
Yeah, it also kind of is helpful because, when I'm playing, I'm not always, if I'm not on voice chat or whatever with somebody, I'm not always like talking to them specifically, or they don't know where I'm at on the island if they want to give me something. So it kind of makes a spot that's indicated for anybody to leave anything or take something.
Nice.
Matt, what do you think? Have you been on other people's islands?
I've just been trying to go to other people's islands and kind of, how can I say, just barter and being like, hey, I got this, you got this, I got that, I'll give you this. I'm not like per se trading, but being like, hey, I have a whole bunch of this stuff. Do you need it? And if you got anything really cool, you can like maybe throw it my way.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, I've been reaching out to, and like we were saying earlier, like everybody's playing this. Like there are people who I haven't talked to in a while, like that I knew in real life from, school or something else. And I'll just,
for sure.
And they'll hit me up and be like, hey, I got Animal Crossing and I need some iron. Do you have any? Or like whatever. And I'll just say, yeah, come over. Like, or, open up and I'll come over and I'll bring you some or whatever. And I don't really
I like
care
the dropping the messages with the presents. I think that's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I do that a lot. Like if I find something or if I see something in a shop that I know somebody would want, I will immediately send that over. Like
absolutely.
The first day that I got the ability to like send from the airport, I had a trash can and I sent it to my friend because I was like, I feel like you would enjoy this.
Oh boy.
And he was like, absolutely. So like that kind of, it's so fun to just be able to be like, I don't know why, but I feel like you'd like this, and just send it to somebody and they'll get it, in an hour or whatever and be like, oh man, that's good. I like that.
I know. I even got, my wife is playing too. And, I got like some, I don't know. It actually looked like clothes she would wear in real life. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do with this besides sell it? So I sent it over to her and then she's rocking it in the game. And I'm like, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm still trying to find clothes that sort of relates to like how I wear. Like I found jeans, I found boots. I'm like, cool, but now I'm wearing like an old airplane pilot, like leather cap
right?
with goggles,
You weren't on the voice chat earlier, but I said to Matt, I said, Beau's coming off the plane in 1940 here.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just like, what am I doing with myself right now? But
I'm dressed perfect, exactly how I would be, bro. I'm wearing a camouflage skirt, pink flip-flops. You know what I'm saying? I got some green, or
ninja
maybe
mask.
they're blue tights on.
Yeah, what's that mask around your face? You have
I
like
don't know,
a hoodie
man.
the wrong way, or not a hoodie, but like a bandana the wrong way around your face.
I shot down one of those balloons, and it gave me some ninja mask, and I'm like, oh, hell yes.
Okay. So can we talk about the face painting? Because I saw that you have it on your character, Matt. You're, what, Mr. Meatball or something?
Yeah, so all of the, like how Kelly was making she made the Precisely logo, and then the Katamari 2 pieces. So any of those little QR things, you can find them all over the internet. You can scan them into the game and then put them, like once you get them in there, you go to the customization and you can either put them on your shirt or on your face. So I went through and did a whole bunch of them, and they looked really stupid on the face, but then the Meat Boy one looked really awesome, so I kept it.
I don't really think it looks that awesome, but okay.
I feel like he looks like a goddamn islander, man. It's got the face tats.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I don't understand the whole pattern thing on the face, because it's the 2 cheeks and then it's the forehead and it's separated, whereas like the pattern on a shirt or tapestry or wall or whatever is just a solid pattern. You know, all 4 squares are connected, whereas the face, it's separated. The bottom 2 squares are separated from the cheeks.
Looks crazy as hell.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, what's the point of this? How can you make any image look good and cohesive?
I don't know.
And like, to me, I would rather be able to like spread out or like move closer the squares and actually like make a beard on my character.
Oh, you have to. I forgot to tell you too, just to let you know, Beau, because of all of this shit, since we're on lockdown, I'm not shaving. I'm doing it.
Okay. Cool.
I am. I swear, I'm not shaving.
You're making those chops into a beard.
Dude, full beard. I'm getting there.
Good. Do it. Got it.
Wizard beard, baby.
Do it. Yeah. So yeah, I wish I didn't have to look like a kid on Animal Crossing.
Nah, but it's got that vibe.
And you're saying you're making it's not you, it's not Beau, so why should it look
Mango
like
Jam? But Mango Jam actually has a longer beard than Beau does. So
so he's more of like the Castaway vibe kind of thing. I got you.
Yeah,
you're gonna have a volleyball.
Mango Jam has a braided beard down to his knees, actually.
So, yeah, he does.
Yeah, I'm looking for that.
Damn, and there's mangoes intertwined in the beard.
I would love that.
So
yeah.
if he gets hungry, he can just take a little snack right from his beard.
It's actually a lemon tree in his beard, but yeah.
Holy shit.
Mango Jam.
Yeah, you could eat that thing or you can use it as a garnish. Perfect.
So I had a question. Do you guys know, like, my third day in Animal Crossing, does that look different from your guys' third day in Animal Crossing? Like, when it comes to, like, what's stocked in the stores and,
it's different everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, because every island I visited to was selling different items.
Okay. So it's just all different algorithms, like what you chose as yourself, maybe like your name.
I don't know. I think it's a random kind of thing. It's like just throwing up whatever. And the other thing is I've noticed visiting other people's stuff and whatever, not only is it random if you have, this coffee cup in your Nook's Cranny or whatever, it also is random if you have a peddler there, like Sahara. Like, she can come whenever. She might not be on your island that day, but maybe she's on your friends. Or,
gotcha.
Like, Mabel, if you don't have her shop set up yet and she's in your plaza, she might be there. Or maybe she won't be on your friends. Like, so those kind of, except for the turnips, like traveling salespeople and stuff like that, and Gulliver and things like that, they show up randomly. So maybe they're not there on your island, but they can be on your friends. But that doesn't mean that you can't utilize that person. Like, if I knew that Sahara was on your island, Beau, and she was not on mine that day, or even if she was, I would go to your island and I could interact with her and still buy walls and floors from her.
Right. Okay. It was funny. We tried
different than ones on mine.
I had to do like a kind of like a similar situation. So The store eventually is going to upgrade. I don't know if it's done it for you guys. Tom Nook's.
No.
Okay, so all that's going to be shut down for a day. So I didn't buy any of the tickets to go fly out the night before, and I'm like, fuck, I can't fucking go out for the whole day. So then I went to my wife, and I'm like, hey, let me go into your game and try to do it. Well, you can't use the terminal in somebody else's game. So I'm like, son of a bitch. So then I'm like, well, how about this? You buy them, drop them on the ground. Yep. I'll pick them up, and then tomorrow I'll buy 2, and then I'll come over to your island and drop them, and you pick them up. And that was our workaround.
Yeah.
And that worked.
Absolutely do that.
Yeah. Absolutely worked.
That's cool. I like that. You know, I like being able to manipulate a game where it's like, maybe you shouldn't be doing this, but, here's a way to do it.
Yeah. And it's definitely, it's a super flexible game. You know, like I was saying, if somebody has something that you don't, or on your island, or like even when I started this game, my friend had bought it at midnight on that night, like digital download, and I started playing once my copy got here at like 1 p.m. or whatever. So she was a couple hours ahead of me, but in turn, like within a day or so, she had like gotten the ladder. She got the recipe for the ladder to climb the cliffs, and I didn't get that yet.
Yeah.
So I gave her the wood, and she built me a ladder and gave it to me. So I got the ladder technically ahead of when I was supposed to have it. So I was able to climb my cliffs and get, you know, extra weeds and stuff and fossils I could donate and sell and things like that. So I could get a little bit ahead. So like feasibly, if somebody were to pick up the game like right now and they were like, yo, Kelly, let me come over, I could set them up with an entire slew of tools they wouldn't have access to for another couple
and Matt
hours.
Actually did that for me. He gave me the shovel a day before I could get it, because you get the shovel once the museum opens, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
With
I did that for my buddy's wife last
pole.
night.
Yeah.
The whole, like, what you just said. She came over and had just been working her ass off and loves the game, haven't had a chance to play very much, and she's like, I don't care about, you know, having to wait every day. I just want access to everything. And I was like, I got you. She came over, and I made, like you said, I made her a shovel, I made her fishing pole, I made her the little vaulting pole, everything, so that way she could at least go and enjoy her island, because she doesn't have time to play right now. So
right, yeah,
you know what I mean? Help her out a little bit. It's cool.
Good, yeah.
And it's cool that they give you that option to do that in game, you know, to help each other out in that way and not like lock it up or anything.
Like cap it out, right? Like if you haven't got to that point, then you can't give it to that person. That would be kind of lame.
Right. So I'm glad they have that option, because then that can open up a lot of doors for people. I mean, and I don't time travel, but if people did and they wanted to bring things like...
I wanted to bring that up. Is that a thing yet? Are people doing it?
People have been doing
traveling? Yeah.
I mean, this one, I mean, I know people did it in the other one, but are they doing it in this one now? This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like it's going to corrupt your data if you keep doing it.
I just don't do it.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, it's not for me.
Nope.
Yeah. Do like the simple cheats, like you're saying, like if you have a friend that's a couple days ahead of you, or you just started, you need some items or bells, get some from him, you know, or her, if they're willing to give it to you. But I just play the game how it's meant to be played, I feel like.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
I agree. I was gonna say, we were talking about the patterns a lot, the design patterns, and I think those are a huge key to this game, because they really opened up a lot of doors. Like I know in New Leaf, basically with the patterns, you could just like make a design for your flag or for your clothes or whatever, and that was it. But with this game, you can make patterns and you can put it on your walls, you can put it on your floor, you can wear it, you can put it on your flag, you can put it on the ground.
How do you get a flag?
You have to upgrade your resident services building.
Yeah, I've just figured that out.
How do you do that?
They'll eventually like prompt you to do it.
Okay.
But so I've been designing my own, but then also I recently found out about a website, which is where I use to make the Precisely logo. If you play the game and enjoy the podcast and you like our logo, check out any of our socials, Facebook or Instagram. I posted a QR code. I should do it to the website too. I'll do that tonight.
I'm flying the flag.
I posted a QR code that has the link to download our logo into the Animal Crossing game. All you need to do is have your Nintendo Online app on your phone, your iPhone or your Android or whatever. Open your camera app, scan that code into the QR section on the Nook link, and then when you go into your game, you can just download it under your Designs app on your in-game phone, and you'll be able to use it to wear it as a shirt or to put it on your wall or whatever. But so this website I saw, it's called acpatterns.com, and you can upload basically any photo, and it'll pixelate it so it can make it into an Animal Crossing design.
Oh,
and then it'll generate a QR code, or you can just design your own right there using your mouse. And
why are you saying "Oh God, Matt"?
Because that's going to ruin me.
He's got
I'm
ideas.
make so much crazy shit. You already know, man. I got the iPad here, so I'll be able to make anything.
Yeah. So, this website is opening up a huge option. Like, you could think of anything. Like, if you were like, oh, I can't draw this on there, but I really wish I had a picture of my dog to hang on my wall. You could upload a picture of your dog. They would pixelate it so it comes out to look like your dog in Animal Crossing, and all you have to do is scan the QR code to have it in game. So people are doing tons of stuff where they're uploading pictures of things onto that website or creating it themselves and putting it on this game. And like, I did the fruits. Like, I made the fruits to put on the ground for my orchard.
Yeah, super smart.
Other thing I did today was I generated a pattern with like a brick pattern, and I'm using it to create a pathway.
I saw that.
Yeah, so
cool.
I don't have options to do roads yet, and you'll eventually get to be able to make roads, but I'm not there yet in the game. But I wanted to start laying a road out, so I started making paths on the ground just using the design template.
Oh, man, that's so cool.
Yeah, I
So
like that.
I think that design template thing is going to be huge because people are making outfits, people are making art, people are creating paths and stuff. Like, it is so cool that they made that. So
you mark my words, I'm going to make something this week on my iPad, and I'm going to upload it.
I can't wait.
I'm going to.
It's going to
And
be
if
awesome.
you really wanted to, you could each pattern thing that you can make, right, in game, that could be a small square for a giant pattern.
Yes. You can make like.
So
I
if
saw
you
somebody
really wanted to lay it down all on your island, you could make a super detailed logo of
I saw
anything,
somebody made
know?
a welcome mat, and it was bigger, so it was 2 squares worth, like the left side and the right side, and then you just put it down next to each other. There's things like that. So you could feasibly make a huge piece of art by just sectioning off.
Yeah, I'm doing the Mona Lisa tomorrow night.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait, man.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm about to get on it right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna do some MC Escher bullshit on it.
Oh my god! I'm just gonna.
Some Jean-Michel Basquiat.
I'm gonna Jackson Pollock the right side of my island.
Do it. That'd be awesome.
But I think that's probably one of my favorite features, upgraded features of this game, is that design.
Yeah, the one thing I liked about it, as soon as I hopped into the design maker, which was probably on the first day, is that you can do a mirror image very easily with it, which I don't know, that wasn't in any past ones, or was it? I'm not really familiar with any past ones besides the GameCube version, which I know it wasn't in that.
I think you could mirror in New Leaf. I didn't make a lot of designs in there, because I said, you could barely do anything with the design. So now it's you could spend a shit ton of time making designs because you can do so much with them.
Yeah, for anything symmetrical, or even building the pixels up from 1 pixel to 2 pixels to 4 pixels or 8 pixels, and just covering it in color, it works so well for that. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the customization too, even though I haven't dive deep into it yet. I still haven't done the QR code for the Precisely logo yet, but I plan on it. I think it's a really cool idea.
Yeah, that was one of the first things I thought of once I realized you could do that. And, you know, it's been well received, I think. Matt, I saw you rocking it for sure. And then I also saw Rose was wearing hers as well. But yeah, if anybody else is wearing theirs in game or have it hanging somewhere in their house or on
please
their
send
island,
it to us.
Yeah, tag us, send it to us, let us know. We'd love to see it. It's super cool. I'm glad it actually turned out kind of decent too. I was kind of worried.
Awesome. Yeah,
didn't know how it would show up. But yeah, that's probably like my favorite thing about this game. What do you guys think? What's your favorite thing about this New Horizons?
I just like the polish. It's so polished. It's so pretty. Mm-hmm. It's so, you know what I mean? It's like I could just sit there and watch the game all fucking day long.
And I think I agree. Like when you compare it to old games, you would just see your villagers walking around being like, I'm watering a plant, or I'm just walking, or, you know, whatever. Now, like, my freaking characters were running around chasing each other with sticks in the plaza this morning, like Naruto.
Or if you catch something in front of them, they'll be like, "Oh, snap," and come and talk to you about it.
Yeah,
they buy it off of you.
They cheer you.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, they did that in New Leaf. But yeah, and like they were like working out the one day. They were like lifting weights.
Yeah.
Like super weird. Like the villagers just have so much more like
personality.
Yeah, they just have like so much more to do. Like you could just stand there and they're just like off doing their own little lives.
So I think my favorite part of this New Horizons would be the Nook Miles. I think having that separate currency really helps balancing, you know, the whole game, because you can buy almost everything with different currencies minus a few things that are needed. So Nook Miles are like little mini quests that you can do within the game.
Almost like an achievement tracker.
Yeah, you just get random, you know, Nook Miles for like cutting down a tree or planting a fruit tree or catching 5 bugs or selling 20 weed clumps, like whatever. And you just acquire those. And, you know, the main thing that you can buy with them is an airplane ticket to a random island that you'll never go back to again, that you can essentially just harvest the hell out of it, kill everyone that lives on it, and then leave.
Pretty much.
Right?
Yeah, in a nutshell.
Minus the killing, but yeah. But really, just like harvest the hell out of it, and you can like burn it down, and nobody would care. Like nobody would fucking know about it. You can just
pillage that thing, and you're good to go.
Yeah. And then it'll start to unlock. I don't want to do too much spoiler because I'm a little bit like further in the game, I guess. But the Nook Miles are going to start to play a big. You'll see. They're going to be more than just the.
Should I save them then?
I mean, don't be afraid to spend them because, like you said, dude, you're gonna get so many of them because you're gonna. I mean, I think I've got 24,000 right now.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna get them constantly. You know what I mean? So don't hoard them.
Yeah,
I think I would go twice a day to the island, once in the morning, once at night. That's what I.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I'm only logging on once, so
yeah.
And I'm not even going to an island ever because I still have so much that I can do on my island.
True.
Within the time limit, the constraints that I have on a actual real life daily base.
Right.
You know, it's like, oh, I only have an hour to play right now. So let me, like, I'm not running to an island because I have all this other stuff I can do on my actual island.
Yeah. I think, the Nook Miles are pretty cool. It's interesting because at the end of New Leaf, essentially, like the end of its lifetime, the last big update they did, I think, was the cat tickets, which is basically like the prerequisite to Nook Miles because they started doing like a daily quest in it kind of thing. You had like 3 things you could do and you could earn these cat tickets and it would buy, you know, random stuff like that. So that's kind of when they started that. And I realized it was like a daily quest kind of thing. I was like, oh shit, this is like the cat tickets. Like all I have to do is just do these things and I earn the miles and then I can buy certain things with these tickets. And so like I also try to make it a point to like do a couple of those little dailies that they have on the top, you know, the Nook Miles Plus or whatever they are.
Yeah.
So to earn extras. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah, good addition for sure.
For sure. So I have a few questions for you guys.
Right on.
Just like random questions. But if you could choose a different fruit than like the actual like 4 or 5 fruit that are in this game, what fruit or favorite fruit would you put into this game?
It's hard because my favorite fruit is peaches, which are already in the game.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna go with
Well,
some
what's a
kiwi,
fruit that kiwi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have kiwi
love
as one of
kiwi.
mine. Yeah.
I love kiwi.
kiwi's good. I would go with like a strawberry.
There you
Maybe
go.
we could use some berries up
Okay.
in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always like me some strawberries.
Yeah, or blueberries.
Obviously, I love mangoes, but
True.
I like watermelon would just be a cool addition. I feel like there's
Yeah, cool.
so many good fruits out there. Dragon fruit would be a cool one too.
Mm-hmm.
And bananas, right? There's no bananas.
Not-
Where the
no,
fuck
not
are the
in this
bananas?
Not
Not in
enough?
this one.
Not.
Yeah, they lost a couple fruits in this one, so I wonder what that's going to be like. Are they going to add, like, as you get further along in the game, can you acquire these other fruits that were in?
Maybe it'll be seasonal. Like
Yeah,
the bananas
maybe.
will come in the summer.
Yeah, maybe. I
That
don't-
would be weird.
but it
That
wouldn't,
makes
though,
sense though, right?
because
the
the fish are
bananas here
seasonal.
like
Yeah.
go crazy in the summer.
Yeah, but would your other plants not produce fruit then? That would be crazy.
I don't know. I
don't know either.
That'd be interesting.
All right, this is more of a rhetorical question, but I need to ask it because I wrote it down. What if Animal Crossing was reversed and you were an animal character moving into a community of humans? What if?
What if I was an animal moving in with humans? So basically, like my dog in real life.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Am I like a pet, or am I like a fucking
no,
dude in like a stuffed animal
You're
suit?
like a dog that can that's like anamorphic that is going to an island with humans, and the humans are like, "Oh, what's up, dog? You can talk, and you're building a house, and you're getting all the shit done on the island. That's cool."
I
But
don't
you're
know, man.
still a dog.
I guess I
it's
just live my
rhetorical.
life.
All right, it was funnier in my head than it actually was saying it out
Oh
loud.
no,
right?
I can think of the paradise island that I would want to be on.
Which is what?
Okay, every single vehicle would have to be 4-wheel drive and have flamethrowers on the front of it.
Okay.
First, okay?
That doesn't sound like anything Animal
Now-
Crossing, but okay.
Also, there's got to be a giant moat around everything. I want thousands of alligators in there, tons of them.
That
And
sounds
I
like
want to
Florida.
use some kind of magic so that they have fire-breathing abilities, because fire-breathing alligators would be really fucking rad. And
Yeah.
then I would want my people to be like a fucking reality TV show, so that
Oh,
way it
boy.
would be entertaining. You know what I'm saying? So they would like always be some kind of drama, like Susie banged fucking Tommy's mom, so they're fighting, and fucking that would be the dopest.
This is like 2 steps off of Tiger King,
Yeah.
except with alligators.
Hey man, you said you wanted to bring me in.
No,
I'm fucking here.
I love it. I'm here for it.
You talking about alligators real quick. Kelly, I saw on your island in the way back, you have a giant Godzilla sculpture
Yes, I
That-
do.
So
that
dope.
spits hot fire. Like, what is that?
That is my new friend I just got today in the mail from my
How do
Nook
you get
Miles.
that?
My Nook
Miles,
Miles.
baby.
Yep.
What?
5,000
That
of them.
paper.
Put him on my
That's
secret
insane.
beach in the back so he's always watching.
I
That's
saw
so
him for
cool.
5K and was like, I don't know, but I think I might have to cop.
Yep. I was like,
That's
immediately,
insane.
I was like, I'm saving my miles and I'm doing this. And I did it.
Okay.
I knew
It's
it.
so big. It's like the
It's
biggest
amazing.
thing.
He's my
Yeah.
friend. I
So
like
that's cool. I mean, that means that Nintendo has a bunch of stuff planned, like
Oh,
for items and stuff.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Cool.
I'm not-
It's probably
I'm not concerned about
thousands
items
of
at
different
all.
stuff. Yeah.
It's going to be
That's
good.
cool.
I bet they support this game for 4 to 5 years if I had to
100%. 100%.
Yeah. I think
That's
so.
about the life of New Leaf. So I would absolutely.
Yeah, because I'm thinking Splatoon 2, I played the shit out of it, and it only got supported for 2, I think.
Yeah.
And that was not nearly as big as Animal
No,
Crossing.
it wasn't as good.
No. But still, yeah, I think this game will definitely have content coming out for a long time. It'll be fine.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
So last question from me, at the very least. If you could combine Animal Crossing with any other type of game or genre of game, what would it be, and what would it look like? Kelly?
Ooh. I want Animal Crossing Fallout.
Ooh.
Because I feel like both of the games are very similar in, like, you have to craft things and you create your own space and you have to collect things. And I would just love to see Isabelle coming out from a vault into a wasteland and being like, well, time to fuck shit up, and putting on power armor.
So graphically, would it be more like Animal Crossing top-down, or would it be first-person Fallout?
I would think it would be more like Animal Crossing.
Okay, cool.
That's what I'm thinking.
I love it. Matt, how about you?
All right, I'm thinking, I know you don't play these games, but Resident Evil, third-person, Animal Crossing crossover, fucking zombies everywhere. I'm blowing their brains out all over the beach. Shit is getting fucking wild. Oh, it's got to be a DLC pack. It has to now.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm down for it. I like it a
So
lot.
mine I actually thought about, right before this recording when I was playing, and I built my own bridge. And I went to Kelly's island, and she had a stone bridge with one of like those Mario characters sitting outside. Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, you want to donate some bells for this stone bridge?" I'm like, "Sure." And there was only like 600 some bells donated already. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm very like even with my math, so I had like 46,050 bells. So I was like, I'll do 1,050 bells, and that makes my thing go to 45,000. So I was like 1,050, and he's like, "Oh, thanks, chum." And I'm like, damn, like, I just gave you all these bells, more than you already had, and you called me a chum. But I was like, that's cool. I was like, that also reminds me of Death Stranding and how you can, link up with people that you don't even see in the world, but they're building these bridges. And it's sort of what I was doing on your island. I was like helping promote your bridge with the right products or enough currency to make sure that it was built. But something like that where it's Death Stranding but Animal Crossing graphics, where you're building a whole island or world, together without even seeing each other. You're all just mining materials and putting it together. Yeah.
Huh.
Very cool.
Right on.
I'd play it.
I like it.
Yeah, I would too, yeah.
Sweet.
Kojima, hit up Nintendo.
Could you imagine?
I could.
The
I just
fans
said
would
it,
go
yeah.
fucking nuts. I would lose my shit.
Yeah, everyone would. Everyone would definitely lose their shit. It'd be a funny, amazing thing, actually.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So one of my last couple of questions was about your villagers, like about your neighbors. How do you feel about, are you picky with yours? Like, I know some people try to force villagers out, or they hunt for certain ones to try to get them to come. Are you being picky, or are you just kind of taking whoever shows up?
I hate them. I hate my two that I started with. They could leave and I could care less.
Okay,
honestly.
So I went to Beau's Island and his duck is on meth. I swear to God.
Yeah, what's his name? Schizo or something?
Jitters.
Jitters. Yeah.
Oh, he has dark circles around his eyes. And
man.
like real small pupils.
Jitters only comes out of his house. He keeps his door locked all the time.
Yo, he's cooking lots of meth.
So you can't go into his house even if he's there because he's nowhere else on the island. It's like Jitters is away. But he only comes out like once it gets dark out too, and he's
because he's gonna come rob your shit because he's a tweaker.
Yeah, he's a duck. He's a duck, and he hides. And I'm just like, dude, go quack at a different island.
He sounds interesting. Send him over to my island.
You don't want it, man. You just want the meth. You want the drugs, Matt.
All right, we'll just be honest. That's what it is. I want the virtual meth. God damn it.
Check to see if any of his little beak teeth are missing.
There you go.
Yeah, right. And then the other guy that I have a green bear. So like I'm a little disappointed that both my animals are the same like neon green color.
The bear you have, Charlize, was one of my villagers in New Leaf. Well, I didn't mind her very much. She was fine. So it was kind of cool to see her in this game, even if she was on the island. It's just a familiar face.
Oh man, I got 2 villagers that are awesome, and I like them, and they actually like have cool stuff to say, and I'm like finding myself wanting to talk to them, and then one that I wish there was an option to feed her to the sharks because it would be so satisfying.
Oh man,
good old Renee.
Oh,
as soon as I get that chance, baby, you gone, you out. I ain't dealing with your bullshit.
I have like 3 that are pretty decent. Like I don't mind them. They're not, my favorite, but they're fine. And then the one that I started with is this baboon named Boone. And he has the smallest fucking eyeballs I've ever seen on an Animal Crossing character, and it's terrifying. He always talks about working out and stuff, and then he came out with these Guy Fieri glasses on the one day and was talking to me, and I was like, look, man, I don't want to go to Flavor Town with a guy who has eyeballs that are the size of a penny. I'm not here for it. He's wild. I don't know. But
he sounds awesome.
He's cool. I might keep him around just because he looks so fucking weird. And then I showed you the other guy who showed up at my campsite today that I have who's going to move in. His name is Hippo, but it's Hippieaux. And he's like this hoity-toity looking, I don't know, motherfucker. He's got this little smoking jacket on and a cup of tea.
Oh, hell no.
And he's all like...
He's all bougie and whatnot?
Yeah. And I was like, this guy is the ugliest... He's uglier than Boone, and I thought Boone was ugly. He's uglier than him.
He looked like Trump.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he did. He does, though. He has little hair and everything. Oh, my God. He's going to move in tomorrow, so I can't wait for that. So I'll have 2 ugly fucking villagers. And then the third one that is just out of this world is Eric, and he's a little deer. And I met him on one of those Nook Island mile tickets. Okay. And I went to this island, and he was sitting there, and I was like, oh, he's a really cute little deer, and he's wearing this sweater, and it's adorable, and he's talking about snacks. I like this guy. I'm going to invite him. So he shows up, moves in and everything, whatever, is fine. And then he comes to me on his first day, and he's like, oh, I brought you this gift, to start our friendship or whatever. I was like, ooh, cool. So he's like, here, jail bars. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? Nice. And I took them out of my pocket. I put them up. It's literally full-size jail bars. And he was like, put them on your favorite spot on the island or whatever. And I was like, I know where the fuck these are going because this guy's a serial killer. I put them right in front of his door. And I was like, this is for your own good.
Can he get in and out of his house? So?
Yeah, I took them off. But
oh, okay.
I stuck them there, and I was like, I don't know. Should I just leave this there?
Getting that 24-hour lockdown.
But what? Essentially, if you put an item in front of someone's door?
Yeah, they can't leave their house then or get back in, and then they'll eventually move out. Yeah.
How can they move out? If
they just
can't
say, I'm
out?
leaving or whatever. They okay. I don't like it here anymore. I'm leaving. So if you don't want a villager, you can just block their door.
Okay. Cool.
But, yeah, so he's just and he keeps giving me these, super weird vibes now. Every time I talk to him, I'm just like, yeah, this guy's definitely a serial killer. So I've been, gifting him knife blocks and anatomical human models.
That's weird. So how do you gift an item to someone? Do you just hold it?
No, you could send it to them via the mail.
Okay, that's the only way.
Yeah, you go to the mail and write them a note, and then you attach a present. So
do they talk about it then with you?
Oh, thank you for the gift, or I put this, and you can go in their house and you can see it. So I'm trying to make his house unintentionally look like a murder cave eventually.
Okay, cool.
Oh man, I'm getting a treasure trove of knowledge right now.
Yeah, I like this.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That's
so, any closing statements with you guys since we went over the happy hour?
Yeah, it's a little bit.
It was a pleasure being on here. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, any hints or tips that you want to give people that just started Animal Crossing, or
if you just started playing it, the best way you're gonna advance in the game is to play with other people. Don't sit there and play by yourself. You can only get so far so fast. So get on there, get on with your friends. You know what I mean? That's going to be how you're going to get the full experience. If you just sit there and play it by yourself, you're not going to get the full Animal Crossing experience.
Yeah, I agree.
100%. Beau, do you have any tips?
Just try to get all the fruit right away. Like the fruit that you start off with, like I had pears, that only goes for a certain amount, selling it. But really just hoard it and plant it once you get the shovel. Plant more fruit trees and then go to other islands and get other people's fruit and plant that, because other not indigenous fruit from your island goes for double the price, I believe.
Yeah, it sells for more
at the Nook store. So it's a great way to, hustle the market, I guess. Like, keep your pears for yourself and then hustle everything else.
Get them bells.
Yeah, get them bells, boy.
Become a billionaire.
A billionaire.
Oh my God.
I would agree with both of you in the way that, like, I think that the best way to play the game is to leave your island almost every day, if you can, multiple times a day. Go to a friend's island, go to the Nook Islands, get non-native fruits, get non-native flowers, get different fossils, different critters, those kind of things that you can't get there, because if you stay on your own, you won't get as much as what you could if you're leaving and going out and visiting other places and taking from there. Be smart about your spending and saving, just like in real life. Look at what's hot. Try to make the hot item as much as you can that day if you can make it. Get those extra bells. Yep. And that's pretty much all I got as far as tips. So, cool. It's been fun. And
oh yeah, we're just getting started too.
Yeah, I can't wait to keep playing this game and with you guys. It's been real fun. So, if you're on Animal Crossing or if you're going to pick it up, like I said, make sure to check out our QR code to download our logo onto your game. Then you can rock that thing. Check out our socials on Instagram, Precisely Podcast, or on Facebook, same thing. Whatever is your jam. And look out for more updates, and, we'll be doing more of these happy hours and more regular episodes to come.
Yeah, and give us a little subscription on iTunes or Spotify, and please rate and review us if you can, because that helps us be able to find other listeners that might be searching for something similar that you're listening to.
Yeah, we're all in quarantine together. Help them out.
Yeah. And Matt, thanks for being on this podcast. We appreciate your friendship and your support as a listener to this podcast with all your comments and stuff.
Dude, anytime.
Podcasts, yeah.
You already know what time it is, baby. You hit me
it's
up.
It's anytime time with Matt.
That's right, baby. You call me at 3 o'clock in the morning and be like, we want to do a podcast, motherfucker. I'm going to make it happen.
Cool, man.
Right
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
well, thank you, Kelly.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a blast, guys. All right.
Well, have a good night and enjoy your islands.
Yeah, I'll see
you out of here.
On island time.
Yeah. Peace.
Bye.